Hey Virgos, I hope you guys are doing great. It's the Tipsy Intuitive here to do your month ahead forecast. We're going to take a peek and see what area of life Spirit wants you to focus on over the next few weeks and get a little bit of guidance for you. So, what we have for the area of life that Spirit wants you to pay attention to, we have friends and peers. Interesting. So let's get some oracle cards to see what overall energy is surrounding this reading for you. And the first card that we have out, oh, this is so sweet. We have the Sun. And let's grab another and see what other energies are surrounding my Virgo collective for you. What's going on with my Virgo collective over the next month? We have choose a new direction. All right, so this is interesting because with the friends and peers card, this is really speaking to the relationships that you have with the people around you. And I think that for a lot of you, you have been maybe a little bit dissatisfied or a little bit disappointed in your interactions with folks. Maybe, you don't have that friend circle that you were looking to have, or maybe the people that you have around you, you realize that you don't have that much in common with them, but it feels as though something is a little bit lacking when it comes to those relationships, those non-romantic relationships. And so I feel like Spirit is saying that now is the time for you, if you're thinking about them in the context of enhancing your life, enhancing your happiness, that you may have to consider trying something new, right? Looking at a new direction. So this might be in terms of your expectations of the people that you have around you. This might be you branching out into meeting and interacting with different types of people that, than the ones that you have maybe been accustomed to interacting with up until this point. So, I think that there is a potential here for you to really sort of focus on your happiness when it comes to the people that you have around you. Because what I'm feeling right now is a little bit of a heavy energy, a little bit of an uncertain energy, where you are really thinking hard. And there may have been something that's happened that has given you a little bit of pause, in terms of the people that you deal with. But now is the time to give that hard consideration. And it feels like Spirit is nudging you to do something a little bit differently. So getting into some tarot and Lenormand, the first card that we have for you, for your energy coming into this month, is the Snake. So the Snake is typically not the most positive card, right, in the Lenormand deck, because it indicates some sort of deceit, some sort of sneakiness, right? A little bit of sliminess that's around you. And we have that clarified, by the Three of Cups in reverse. So this is the card typically of friendship, of celebration, of enjoyment, parties, getting together, all of that good stuff. So what it feels like is that Virgos, coming into the next several weeks, you're feeling very disconnected. You're feeling as though there are people in your circle that you may not be able to trust. And so you're feeling a little bit cut off, I think, from your friend circle. And I use that term very, very loosely because this does not feel like genuine friendship to me. So it may have come out that there is someone around you that you cannot trust, or, things that they just don't feel right in terms of your interactions with the people around you. And we see that reflected here in these cards. So that's your energy coming in. Now, looking at, the biggest challenge that we see in the month ahead is that we have the House that's been clarified by the Queen of Cups in reverse. So the House is all about foundation. It's all about stability. And the Queen of Cups is someone who is closing themselves off. So I feel like the biggest obstacle that you're going to be facing, throughout the next month is this sort of shakeup of this foundation that you thought you had with these people around you, and sort of making the decision to dial your energy back, to sort of, I don't want to say cut them out of your life, because I don't necessarily know that you're at that point yet. But it feels like there's going to be a little bit of difficulty in you sort of accepting and reconciling these feelings that you've had for the people that have been around you for so long. It's almost like, let's say you've been friends with somebody since y'all were in kindergarten or first grade or something like that. And now you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, and you're starting to see them differently. You're starting to see cracks in that foundation. And so I feel like it's throwing you for a little bit of loop, because this is somebody that you thought would always be there, right? Someone, a friendship that you thought was stable, and now the cracks are starting to show. So I feel like that's going to be, the biggest thing that you sort of have to contend with in terms of, these types of relationships. Now, what we have in terms of your opportunities, we have the stork, and we also have the Two of Swords. This is decision time, right? The stork is usually the bearer of news, right? And we always associate the stork with bringing a baby, right? Bringing new life, bringing something new into your world. And I think that the opportunity is going to exist for you to make that choice to invite in someone new, to, again, expand your friend circle, right? Choosing a new direction, engaging with different types of people outside of this person or this circle that you have become so accustomed to dealing with. Because I don't think that they're making you happy, but this is the opportunity to birth something new. It's going to have to be a conscious decision on your part, though. So this is something that you're going to have to absolutely willfully accept. Now, for advice from Spirit, we have the Letter, which has been clarified by the Ace of Coins or the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And we also have the Tower. So Spirit is saying that, in terms of advice, get ready for a shakeup. The Letter is all about communication. And I think that if you want to, I don't want to say salvage this relationship, because I don't necessarily feel at this point that it's something that's able to be salvaged. But I do feel like Spirit is encouraging you to be honest with this person, right? Or these people, and let them know how you're feeling. That it's at least worth a conversation with them to say, hey, I'm not really particularly enjoying how you move right now. I don't feel comfortable. It doesn't feel good. And so maybe this is an opportunity for them to be honest, to be upfront, to let you know what's going on, why they're operating the way that they are. But I don't necessarily feel that their answer is going to be something that's going to make it a situation where things can go back to the way that they were before. So I feel like Spirit is saying prepare for a shakeup, prepare for a destruction, if you're honest about your feelings with the Tower. But I feel like in this instance, the Tower is not necessarily a bad thing. People always look at it as, being sort of catastrophic and, oh my God, the world has burned to the fucking ground. I don't think that your world is going to burn to the ground, but I do think that this is going to give you the opportunity to rebuild, right? Sometimes you have to break things down in order to create space for them to be built back up. And that's what I'm feeling is happening with your friendships over the next few weeks. Now, your outcome, Virgo, is absolutely amazing. So we have the Garden, clarified by the Fool, and the Queen of Coins, or the Queen of Pentacles. So what this is telling me with the Garden, this is all about nourishing the new. Right? The garden is something that we have to tend to. It has many, many, many blooms. And when it comes to Lenormand, the garden is all about people. It's all about friendships. It's all about community. And so what I feel is that you are going to take this new step, right? You're going to go in this new direction, and you are going to start building a new community that is ready and willing to give you this type of friendship that you were looking for, that you were hoping to have maintained with these other folks over here. So, while you may be sort of moving beyond who you've been accustomed to in the past, understand that there are wonderful people ready and waiting to sort of fill that space for you. And they're going to give you everything that you were looking for. They are going to be the tribe that you've been wanting. And they are going to enhance your happiness. You're not going to have to look over your shoulder. You're not going to have to question their motives. None of that. This is just pure and absolute joy that you'll be experiencing with these new folks. So what we have for your final message from Spirit, we have claim your art. And so I feel like in this instance, your art is you and all of the gifts that you have to give and what you feel you deserve in return from the people around you. So Spirit is saying that now's the time for you to let go of these people and claim what you rightfully deserve, that energy that you've been giving out to your friends and your peers, that warm, wholesome, happy, joyous, innocent energy. Claim that, because that's what's coming into you, and you're going to be releasing this energy that has been not too on the up and up, not too great for you. So good things are coming, Virgo, but have the conversation, set it in the past, and make sure that you open yourself up to this new community that's coming in towards you. So I'm going to leave it there for you. I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that it resonated. If it did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. But in the meanwhile, stay safe, stay healthy, and I am sending you all huge hugs.